Hello, Naz.
Hello, Paro.
So good to see you. Um, Honestly, this simplicity series that we kicked off, more than a year ago has become such a sustaining thread for having just beautiful conversations, heart-touching, heartwarming conversations, and such a beautiful reception from so many of our friends that have, seen these. So thank you so much for everybody's time, because we know that's the most precious thing you have and you're sharing with us. So thank you so much right off the bat. Uh, I wanted to today draw some similarities between, not similarities, create a continuing bridge with the previous video we launched, which is the Monday Monster, the Monday Blues. One of the things that makes a Monday tolerable to a whole bunch of us, myself included, is when we get to work, we sneak out those buckets of time next to the water cooler, next to the hallway,
Of
and all
course.
I'm doing over there is charcha, discussions, conversations
Got
that
there.
are, yes, that are not necessarily just about me. I mean, it starts as hi, fir aa gaye, misery loves company. Everybody says hi, fir office aa gaye. And soon we are like, अरे उसके बारे में बता, बॉस के nephew के बारे में बता. And we feed off of conversations like this, and somehow it gives us a sense of relief. And it's a common thread that we are enjoying this aspect of stories about other people. Um, but somehow I know that the feeling of relief is not the right feeling. So,
At all.
lead us into this conversation about gossip.
I, it's a very interesting topic, and I'm glad we're speaking about it because there is so much of loose talk everywhere that we are not responsible for our words, and our word is our energy, and whatever we send out is what we receive. And gossip is a negative energy. Masters don't like the energy of gossip.
Hmm.
It can feel very entertaining to the mind. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
किसी और की खिल्ली उड़ा रहे हैं, right? So it just feels like thrill sometimes, and but ये सही नहीं है, right? I don't think anybody has the right to comment on what others' lives is about or what they may be going through, just for some sadistic pleasure, and which can be momentary. We kind of get into these conversations which don't serve anybody. Actually, it is depleting consciousness because we need to ask, why are we getting engaged in these kind of circles? B, we need to really ask ourselves, um, what keeps me connected to these groups?
Right.
Feel it is also seeking approval. We don't want to be excluded. And there is a conscience in each one of us which also says, ye sahi nahi hai. Why am I being a part of it? So there are two kinds of people who really thrive on this, and there are others who are forced into it because they don't feel connected otherwise, for the sake
Right.
of included.
This is almost like a currency that you can trade. You collect information about somebody or other people, and your only connection to some of the groups you want to belong to is to trade this currency of
That
information.
exactly.
And the assumptions we build on about people that, like you rightly said, we don't even know what's happening in their true lives and feelings. We just commenting on the show of it. And now it almost feels harmless because it's just talk.
Oh yeah, it feels harmless, but um, uh, and at the same time, it also feels like, yeah, it's a good opportunity to kind of vent and talk, and like the socializing around office corners. Uh, I think we are getting into spiritual casualties here, you know,
Mm.
and why at any point in time can we not choose to withdraw? Somewhere I think we all need to have a stronger will to commit to our own well-being, to be answerable to our own masters, our own consciousness, is this detrimental to my growth, or is this something that I really needed? Because, by the way, if I'm doing it, sorry, what you're calling for is really events and circumstances and issues that can take you, down in the spiral. In So I guess, um एक जज्बा होना चाहिए, कमिटमेंट होनी चाहिए. And if your consciousness matters to you, then you will move out of these circles. So, and interestingly, somebody who is really committed, because we are interested in those people. Yeah, we are helping those who have chosen to walk the spiritual path and find themselves fixated in these corners, out of no choice, or out of maybe some subconscious choice.
Mhm.
I think that can be an opportunity for you to really feel compassion for this person about whom we are gossiping or bitching, and
Correct.
use your own power from within. And maybe you could comment and guide other people, saying, I don't think we should do that. Either you could move out, or you could really put forward your opinion and say, guys, this is not what we must do. Because if you carry light in your heart, you're also supposed to share it.
Very
Take
true.
courage.
Absolutely. So it's interesting coming back to the fact that you said there are certain types of people that enjoy this. And why is this sense of enjoyment coming from indulging in conversations that really are none of your business?
Because they don't want to focus on something that can be important. It comes from their own lack of worthiness. When you are not being appreciative about who you are, you would want to criticize somebody else, because maybe the world is doing that to you. Maybe you are doing that to yourself. There is this energy of criticism in which you're breeding and brooding and breathing, and it's so venomous, no, Paro? It On the outside, it would look like, okay, some fun, and people are laughing and all of that, but you check the energy there, it is so venomous. And what it leaves you with is really a feeling of one's own low self-esteem. I mean, the one who gossips is also reflecting his consciousness and how depleted he may be in his own frequencies. That's the reason why he's resorting to something like this. You can't appreciate anybody, you can't be grateful, come on, let's gossip, let's have fun. It's a uh, it's a very cheap way of getting entertained at the cost of somebody
It is a
else's.
cheap thrill. It's a cheap thrill and addictive. So I know that is why we chose this subject, and maybe in some other sessions we can actually expand on what this should lead to, which is, you say this very often, MYOB.
Mind your own business, guys, mind your own
Mind
business.
your own business. Understand what your business is and mind your own business. You're absolutely right that it starts off very benign, where you're just talking about neighboring auntie's son who you saw in a garden kissing a girl, and it goes down to a different spiral about assumptions on the whole family. Plus, it gives your ego a boost of like, हम तो ऐसे नहीं करते, हमारे साथ तो ऐसे नहीं होगा. So you're right. We don't mind our own business enough. And I think that should be the topic of our next talk.
Yes, minding our own business.
Minding our own business. Any final culminating thoughts around the subject of gossip?
I think when you find yourself in the middle of gossipers, okay,
Sure, let's coin that.
um, ask yourself, is it necessary? I mean, your energy is precious, your time is precious. I mean, just being wanting to get included in a clan, it's asking too much from your own consciousness. Don't deplete it. Value your own awareness, your own journey, and choose wisely. Choose wisely.
Use wisely. That's
Yeah,
lovely.
choose wisely, and be responsible for your energy. Take a deep breath. Just say it's okay. Guys, it's okay. It happens with everybody. Let's not make them, subjects of ridicule, or let's not mock at them. It's not fun. No, it's not.
It's not. And you know what? The flavor of gossip can go both ways. It's not just saying bad things about other people, but talking about other people in general, which is also about like, hey, this person is doing so good, so great. I'm so jealous. All of that. Even that, in my mind now, is starting to constitute as gossip because we're somehow putting them at a pedestal only to keep watching them for their next move and fall,
Oh yeah. Oh,
redirecting our energy to outward sources. And you said so well that we should be responsible to contain ourselves,
exactly.
our
And
energy.
and somebody is gossiping about you as well. You know, God is
Ah,
giving you back exactly what you are sending out. So be
brilliant.
be aware, be
Be
responsible.
watchful, be aware, be responsible. And like you said, Naz, this is for those that have committed to the journey, especially to all our friends. Yes, it's a very tasty, delicious thing to do, but let's all stay aware of how we slip into gossip and be responsible.
Wonderful. Be
All
responsible.
right.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for quickly listening into our quick talk. Hope to see you all very soon.
Yes.
Good night.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.